Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio.
True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
Look who's back in the program. That's right, folks. I'm back. I didn't die. I didn't get busted by the cops. I wasn't kidnapped by the Illuminati. I wasn't, all these other ridiculous, dumbass internet rumors that were spreading around out here about yours truly. That is not what happened. I am back. The reason that I had to take some time off, folks, I'll be perfectly honest with you, is I am capitalizing, baby. You understand? You're not understanding what I'm talking about here. As I've been saying to everybody the whole entire time that when everybody was leaving the market, we saw Dow Jones Industrials at about 11,800 about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I was telling everybody to go into the market. Go into the market. And that's exactly what I was doing. If you look back in the archive at blogtalkradio.com/ghost, that's what I've been doing, all right? And not to mention, folks, that I have, within the past week that I've been gone, I have actually attempted to, lay the groundworkings for a potential brick-mortar business. That's right. I am considering investing in a brand-new brick-mortar business, so I have been investigating and getting all the number crunches for that. I don't want to tell you what industry it is, but I'm definitely telling you that it is going to be something in the retail sector because I think that everybody is going to be, spending money like wildfire this Christmas. So, I definitely want to take advantage of that. That's what I've been doing for the past week, folks, conducting business. For all you idiots that were spreading all these stupid rumors about me, you people are milky lickers, and I don't appreciate it whatsoever, all right? I mean, a capitalist can't even take a break from True Capitalist Radio, for Christ's sake. And, lo and behold, I'm out here, getting all these ridiculous, pathetic Alex Jones, David Icke, lizard-worshipping goddamn rumors about me, for Christ's sake, and it's ridiculous. So anyway, folks, before we get into anything else, I want to say I apologize to all the folks that were anticipating shows within the past week. I am sorry, folks, but let me tell you, this show makes me a little money, but it don't make me that much money. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. I mean, I ain't got much longer on this earth, so I gots to have it. Do you understand? I got to go out and keep capitalizing. I got to, take the profits that I've got, parlay them, make them bigger. I got to buy a bigger house. I got to get a bigger car. I got to get a bigger watch. I mean, I got to get bigger everything until I'm dead, until I'm no longer on this earth, baby. You understand? And capitalists never sleep. Let me tell you something. The best capitalists never stop working. That's why you have Rupert Murdoch out here, if you happen to have been watching this News of the World fiasco, 80-year-old windbag, still out here conducting business. You got, Warren Buffett, the same situation, working 15, 16 hours a day. Do you understand what I'm saying? Capitalists never sleep. And I want to live lavish. I don't know about you folks. I mean, to me, I'm not going to live lavish until, there is nothing left to accomplish in capitalism. So anyway, I want to say cheers to everybody out there. Before we get into anything, I'd like for everybody to please retweet the broadcast. All right, folks? I know it's been a while. All right, so please retweet the broadcast, go to the forums, go to the blogs, go to the social networking sites, and spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that we're in effect and in the house here on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, for all the folks keeping track, this is episode number 127 of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Anyway, folks, once again, I am sorry for missing out all these broadcasts, but once again, I'm back. and hopefully everybody or somebody or anybody out there appreciates it, all right? So let's get right into the program, folks. And to be honest with you, what I'm going to talk about today is just kind of, it's just for search engine optimization purposes. I mean, we're going to talk about anything. I want to take your calls, for Christ's sake. I'm going to whiz over the market, and then I want to hear from you. I want to hear from the people. The people. I want to hear from the people. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear from the people. Because in my absence, I started looking at all these blogs and forum posts and YouTube videos and all this other nonsense, trying to explain my absence. And in the process of all these ridiculous, pathetic, disgusting rumors, I saw a lot of people that actually cared, I saw a lot of individuals that actually cared about yours truly, about the True Capitalist radio broadcast. I got emails from people. It's just, it was definitely a great sentimental moment, to say the least, folks, and that's what drove me. That's why I'm here today, and that's why I'm conducting a broadcast. So anyway, let me go through the markets, folks, and then I want to hear from you. I want to take your calls. It's definitely Baller Friday, folks. I know I missed last Baller Friday. We're going to make up for that. We're going to do a whole bunch of wild and crazy things on this particular broadcast. But before we do, let's get to the markets, because I know there's a lot of people basically wondering about the markets in general. They want to know, hey, what's going on, Ghost? You know what I'm saying? It's another helter-skelter market. Well, of course, but, if you would have just anticipated this particular bull run like I anticipated it, like I was saying, 3 or 4 or 5 weeks ago, I was saying that everybody should start entertaining investments, whether it's blue chips or even small caps. I mean, it is time for you to make investments, and if you'd have made them at that time and kept them to now, you'd be making some serious goddamn money, baby. You understand? You'd be making some serious goddamn money. Let's go ahead and look at the market, shall we? I mean, let's stop pussyfooting around here. Now, the Dow Jones Industrials did take a step back, and the reason it took a step back, folks, was because we had Caterpillar earnings coming out. That's right, Caterpillar, didn't meet up to the street's expectations, kind of took a pullback. But I kind of anticipated this, folks, because let's be honest. If we take a look at the chart at Caterpillar, it'd been riding high for a long time. It'd been riding high for a long period of time. I mean, from 2008 to now, it literally went from, a $10, $11, $12 stock to $100 and something stock. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, the reason that you're seeing negative in the Dow Jones Industrials today was because of Caterpillar weighing down this particular market. Dow Jones Industrials, if we take a look today, was down 43.25 points. That's a percentage decrease of 0.34%. But let me tell you something. The Dow Jones still looks good to me, and like I've been saying, I'm going to still say it, unless these bozos in Washington don't get this goddamn debt ceiling situated, I am still going to say that we're going to see somewhere in the range of 13,500 Dow Jones Industrials by the end of the year, by 2012. All right? So let me continue going, all right? We got Dow Jones Industrials closing out today at 12,681.20. I'm still sticking to the 13,500 at the end of the year, And the only thing that can stop that is any kind of natural catastrophe. Something else that could stop that is an unbelievable terrorist attack like what happened in Norway today, or what was yesterday, I guess, for them. But what happened in Norway, some just unbelievable terrorist act that would just shock the entire country of Norway. We're going to go into that in just a second. Or these bozos also, they don't get the debt ceiling situated. Anything like that happens, I don't see 13,500 as out of the question by the end of the year. Unless any of those things that I just mentioned happen, I think we can see 13,500 for the Dow Jones Industrial. S&P 500 got a modest increase today. It was pretty volatile in all markets also. If you take a look at the chart today, S&P 500 closes out today at 1,345.02 points. It increased 1.22 points, a percentage increase of 0.09%. We got NASDAQ going up, baby. I mean, I don't know. Is it me or are we flirting with these the 3,000 mark for the NASDAQ? I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe we're seeing another bubble here. I don't know, but I know that my portfolio sector that's invested in a lot of these tech stocks have definitely been gaining on these rises in the NASDAQ, all right? So we got NASDAQ closing out today at 2,858.83 points, increase of 24.40 points, a percentage increase of 0.86% today. I mean, it wasn't too bad if you were a NASDAQ trader or somebody who was in that tech sector, for Christ's sake. And for all my brethren across the pond over there in Europe, the FTSE was on the increase today because, of course, it looks more and more certain that the Greek bailout is going to happen. It looks like, France and Germany are going to come out the pocket for these other socialist countries within the European Union. So at this point in time, everybody's looking positive out there in the FTSE. It is up 35.13 points, closing the FTSE out today at 5,935.02 points. And that's the equities markets for you, folks. I mean, as I've been saying, I don't mean to be tooting my own horn here, but beep, beep. I've been saying these stocks were going to increase, baby, and that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did, for Christ's sake, and I'm capitalizing for it, folks. I don't know about you, but I'm not going to just sit here and put a thumb up my ass and say, hey, I won the game now. I won the game. That's just not how it's going to work, all right? We got to continue going. As capitalists, just because you make a good score, make a good play, make a good chunk of profit, you got to continue. Do you understand? You don't just stand around there at a level of comfort, because once you stagnate at a level of comfort, that's when you start losing. That's when you start going down. When you just completely neglect streams of revenue that could go into your bank account, into your asset accumulation, that's when you start going away. You start fading away. All right? You start fading away. That's why, no matter how rich you are, you got to keep going. You want to know why? Because once you get to a certain level of lifestyle, you've heard that terminology, lifestyle. Oh, he's got a rich, luxurious lifestyle. What the hell does that mean? All right? Well, that means that, this person's probably driving, hopping out Ferraris, coming out of a 10, 15-room mansion, probably got a couple of help, got a butler going on, this type of lifestyle. You see, rich people like to give themselves that. Those that have accumulated a lot of wealth, they like to give themselves that. A lot of them like to give themselves that right away. The problem is that when your streams of revenue, of income, either fade away or they basically take a big cut, then you can no longer afford these amenities. Because remember, when you got maids and butlers, I mean, those are people's livelihoods. I mean, minimum $35,000 a year for some of these people. All right? So my point is when those revenues are no longer available, you're going to have to take a step back in lifestyle. And it's at that point when you take a step back in lifestyle is when you are a failure as a capitalist and you are a failure in life. And that's why I keep saying, folks, when you take a step back in your lifestyle, when you're an individual that, today you're eating prime rib and sirloin steaks, and then next year, you got to take a chunk off the chuck steak and, try to barbecue that into some sort of palatable meat and trying to pass that off as sirloin. You're going backwards, son. You're going backwards. You're a failure. And that's why I'm saying, folks, I'm keep capitalizing. I hope you are too. Let me go ahead and get through these markets. I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. Let's get through the commodities market, shall we? Man, before I get into the commodities markets, do we not forget about 2 or 3 weeks ago that Barack Obama was trying to artificially bring down the cost of oil by tapping into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve set aside for a rainy day? I mean, does everybody remember this? I mean, we covered this. Does everybody remember this? Well, unfortunately, the president tapping into the Strategic Petroleum Oil Reserve in his attempt to try to lower oil costs so that, I don't know, I guess he can lower gas prices and make himself look good towards the election, failed miserably, all right? I mean, have you looked at crude oil, no matter if you're Europe and Asia trading in the Brent or you're here in North America trading in WTI? It has gone through the roof. And let me tell you, I cannot believe that Barack Obama did this, and I was outraged when he did it, because the Strategic Petroleum Oil Reserve is reserved for America just in case a just-in-case scenario. Like, just in case barrels of oil go up to about 150,